Have you ever felt tired but wired? Absolutely exhausted, but your mind just won't shut off. You might blame stress or that light afternoon coffee, but the real culprit could be a deeply misunderstood hormone. This hormone isn't just about stress. It's about your energy, your sleep, and your focus. The hidden truth behind it is far more complex and fascinating than you've been led to believe. Cortisol is almost always painted as the villain. It's the primary stress hormone that floods your system when things go wrong. But that's only a tiny fraction of its actual job. A much better way to think about cortisol is as your body's internal project manager. It doesn't just handle emergencies. It manages resources, allocates energy, and keeps your entire system running on a daily schedule. Its main role isn't to cause stress, but to help your body respond to it effectively. More importantly, it governs your daily energy cycle. This is driven by a natural process called the cortisol awakening response, which is absolutely essential for a healthy and vibrant life. So, if you've only ever heard bad things about cortisol, stick around. We're about to rewrite the entire story. Let's get into how this is supposed to work. Your cortisol levels are designed to follow a specific 24-hour rhythm. They should be at their highest point in the morning, about 30 minutes after you wake up. This morning surge acts like a natural alarm clock for your body. It pulls you out of sleep and gives you the get-up-and-go energy you need to start your day. It signals your brain to become alert and your muscles to be ready for action. It's what makes you feel sharp and ready to take on whatever comes your way. Then, throughout the day, these levels should gradually and steadily decline. They reach their lowest point at night, which is the signal that allows your body to finally relax, repair, and drift into a deep, restorative sleep. This rhythm is absolutely fundamental to your well-being. A 2016 study in the journal Psychoneuroendocrine confirmed just how vital this daily pattern is. A healthy cortisol rhythm supports cognitive function, helps regulate inflammation, and maintains a balanced metabolism. In this context, cortisol isn't a villain at all. It's the conductor of your body's daily orchestra, ensuring every instrument plays in perfect harmony. When it's working right, you feel fantastic. So, where do things go wrong? The problems we associate with cortisol, like anxiety, weight gain, and burnout, really begin when this natural rhythm is thrown off balance. And one of the biggest disruptors of this delicate cycle is chronic stress. Imagine that project manager we talked about, but now they have to deal with constant, back-to-back emergencies all day, every day. They'd start making mistakes, right? They'd be frazzled, inefficient, and eventually burn out. That's exactly what happens inside your body. Constant stress from work deadlines, relationship issues, or even just worrying about the future keeps your cortisol levels elevated. Your body never receives the signal to stand down, to relax, and to repair itself. This is what leads directly to that awful, tired, and wired feeling. You're physically exhausted, but your internal system remains on high alert, ready for a threat that never goes away. A review from the Annals of the New York Academy of Sciences explains that chronic stress dysregulates something called the HPA axis. This is the command center for cortisol production, involving your hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and adrenal glands. When it gets out of whack, the whole system breaks down. And here's a key point: it's not just about having too much cortisol. Having too little, or having it spike at the wrong times, can be just as bad. For instance, low morning cortisol can make it incredibly difficult to get out of bed. You hit the snooze button over and over, feeling groggy, unmotivated, and like you're moving through mud. It feels like your engine just won't start. Conversely, a spike in cortisol at night is a recipe for disaster. It can trigger anxiety and a racing mind, like a fire drill going off right when you're trying to sleep. Your body thinks it's time to fight or flee, not to rest. This is what we call a dysregulated cortisol rhythm, and it's at the heart of so many modern health struggles. Okay, so what can we actually do about this? The goal isn't to eliminate stress, which is impossible and, in small doses, actually healthy. The goal is to manage our response to it, and, most importantly, to reinforce our body's natural cycles. One of the most powerful and simplest tools for this is morning light exposure. Getting bright, natural sunlight into your eyes first thing in the morning helps to set your internal clock, known as your circadian rhythm. This powerfully reinforces that healthy morning cortisol surge. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that morning light significantly improves cortisol rhythm, alertness, and even mood throughout the day. This doesn't have to be complicated. Just step outside for 10 to 15 minutes after you wake up. No sunglasses. Let that light hit your retinas. It's a direct signal to your brain that the day has begun. Just as crucial is managing your evening environment. Light tells your body it's time to be awake. So darkness tells your body it's time to slow down. Bright screens from phones, tablets, and TVs, along with strong overhead lights at night, can trick your brain. This artificial light can suppress the production of melatonin, your sleep hormone, and keep your cortisol levels elevated when they should be dropping. To counteract this, create a digital sunset in your home. About an hour or two before you plan to go to sleep, dim the lights. Use warm-toned lamps instead of bright overheads. And most importantly, put away the screens. This simple routine helps your body wind down naturally, signaling that the day is over and it's time for rest. And let's not forget about food. The timing of your meals also matters a great deal. Eating a large meal or a sugary snack late at night can spike your blood sugar, which in turn can spike cortisol and interfere with sleep. Your body has to go into work mode to digest all that food, right when it should be powering down. Instead, focus on eating balanced meals throughout the day. This provides a steady supply of energy and helps prevent those blood sugar crashes that can trigger a stress response from your body, further dysregulating your cortisol. So, we've seen cortisol as a manager and a conductor. But here's the final surprising twist. Cortisol is also a messenger. Think of it this way. Cortisol carries critical information about your external world to your internal systems. When your eyes see sunlight, cortisol carries that message to every cell in your body, telling it that it's daytime and time to be active. When you experience a stressful event, cortisol delivers the message to be alert and ready for action. It is constantly adapting your internal state to your external reality. Therefore, the key isn't to fight cortisol or try to eliminate it. The key is to send it better, clearer messages. Give it consistent signals of safety, rhythm, and stability. By getting morning light, avoiding bright light at night, and timing your meals correctly, you are sending powerful messages to your cortisol rhythm. You're telling it, it's morning, time for energy. It's evening, time for rest. We are safe, and everything is on schedule. By doing this, you are not just managing stress, you are actively shaping your body's daily experience and its long-term well-being. You're working with your body's brilliant design, not against it. If this new perspective on cortisol was helpful, consider subscribing for more weekly explorations into the amazing science of our bodies. Let me know in the comments what you found most surprising or what topic you'd like us to dive into next. Understanding these internal systems is the first and most important step to feeling your absolute best. Thanks for watching.